Now, episode 17 of Power Ranger Beast Morphers, I feel very mixed about. I enjoyed the episode, but I felt like it was trying to get somewhere, and it didn't get somewhere in the end. The Ranger reveal plotline was wrapped up in this episode, but the villain plotline seems like it's some sort of two-parter that's moving forward as we get to the end game of Power Ranger Beast Morphers, and we were kind of left on a really weird cliffhanger, and I'll get into the review right away. So the episode opens up with the Rangers in front of a news station and they are meeting a celebrity called Nikki Webb, and unfortunately the celebrity cannot make it there, and as they get the news that the celebrity girl is not going to be there, Vargol attacks and he's got his brand new device with all the Rangers' abilities on there, and he easily outmatches them. But as this fight is going on, when Vargol attacks, a cameraman drops a camera, and the blast of the camera, or when the camera hits the ground, it starts recording, which is not very believable. I know it's a kids show, but the camera wouldn't turn on from the impact it dropped, unless the cameraman was already recording when Vargol attacked, which I don't think they show the red light, because the camera drops and then the red light's blinking, and plot convenience, the camera catches the Rangers morphing and fighting Vargol, and the Rangers easily get their asses kicked by Vargol until Vargol runs out of Morph-X and he has to retreat. But I will admit I really did enjoy the fight scenes with Vargol in front of the news station. The fight choreography was really well done, the stunts were really well done. A lot of this scene at the beginning, like the fight with Vargol in front of the news station, was really well done, because there was a few weird CGI moments, like when Ravi goes to pick up the slab of cement and throws it at Vargol. Yeah, I know, like, the actor can't really do that, and the stunt people can't really do that in the suits, so it goes to like a weird CGI thing that just keyframes across the screen, motion tracks that get thrown at Vargol, and Vargol easily knocks it back and destroys it into bits and pieces. It was a really fun fight scene, just seeing the Rangers lose this battle, and Vargol has to retreat because it needs more Morph-X, so that plotline sort of gets put on a hold this episode. I thought we'd be dealing with it more, but nope, not really. So Vargol retreats and the Rangers retreat, and they say we have to go back to the lab and figure what out Vargol is doing. After they leave, Zoes Mom comes out, because Zoes Mom is mostly focused on in this episode, and she goes, "Hey, this camera was on, that means we've got the Rangers morphing. Can you fix it?" The memory card needs fixing. So most of this episode it was Zoe's mum trying to fix the memory card so she can run the news story of the Rangers morphing. And after that, Zoe visits her mum at the news station going, "Hey," like Zoe's mum tells her, and I really did like Jacqueline's acting as Zoe's mother tells her that, like, I've got the Rangers on footage. Like, she sounds really excited that her mum's gonna scoop, but then when she finds out that the scoop is she knows she was gonna find out the Rangers' identities tonight at 6, Zoe is really nervous because everyone will find out who the Rangers are. So the actress's voice, Jacqueline's voice, goes from really excited to she's excited about the big scoop, but she's also nervous, and you can see it on the actor's expression. Like, she's trying to be happy, but she's also nervous at the same time. So that was really good acting on Jacqueline's part. After that, we cut back into the Saga Dimension where Vargol has this brand new device. He doesn't really explain what it does, but he says the Rangers are doomed and Grid Battle Force is doomed with this brand new device. And as he's showing it off, Blaze and Roxy walk in and go, "Hey, we've got a brand new idea. We've got these blueprints." And as Vargol turns around, he's like, "Oh, you mean this? Scrozzle helped me build it." And Blaze and Roxy are upset that Scrozzle helped Vargol and not them, and Scrozzle sort of two-timed them. He double-dogged them because he helped Vargol and not them, and made them look like fools in front of Evox, because Evox says, "Hey, if this person was able to build this device that you couldn't build, I'm sure he can take down the Rangers on their own." So Blaze and Roxy are struggling to defeat Vargol and get one up on him. I wonder if it's going to be those two characters that take out Vargol because they want to be the ones on top. I guess we'll find out next week, because Vargol once again is going to be the center of attention as the main villain. But Blaze and Roxy, they were only seen in one scene this episode. I kind of wish we saw more of them, because I do like those actors and actresses. I really do like Liana and Kobe as Blaze and Roxy. They're really fun to be around. And I love Scrozzle. Scrozzle's also one of my favorite villains in Power Ranger Beast Morphers. But Evox is slowly getting closer and closer to getting his brand new body that will be moving further and further. Not further and further, closer and closer towards as we reach the finale. In the next scene, we then cut to Riptide Gym, where Zoe is telling the others what exactly happened, where Zoe's mum is going to be showing the footage on the news later tonight, and the ones that are being very optimistic about it and joking about it, well, Devon's very optimistic about it. He goes, hey, how bad can it be? We can get a little bit of fame while we're doing Ranger stuff. And Steele makes a joke going, oh, I can try my own cooking show if I'm famous. And Nate goes, you don't have a mouth. And Steele goes, well, about that, I've been needing to talk to you about that, which was my favourite joke throughout the episode, where Steele goes, yeah, about that, I've been wanting to talk to you about that for a while, which did get a big laugh out of me, because I do love the voice actor for Steele, just how he's this over-the-top robot. He's like the Drax of Power Ranger Beast Morphers. I freaking love him. He's always delivering good jokes and one-liners, because he's a robot that wants to be more human, and I love Steele, because he says that joke twice in the episode, and it gave me another laugh when I heard it. Like, I just freaking love Steele. While that is going on, Bet and Betty, which I didn't bring up during the start of the review, but they made this selfie stick that extends really, really long, and it gets broken at the start of the episode, so they're at the Riptide Gym and they're trying to fix it, and as they're extending it, it catches on someone's wig, which reveals to be Nikki Webb. Now, if there's one thing I did enjoy about this joke, it's that the Bet and Betty gag, it played a part in the plot of the episode, and usually their gags don't do that. Like, I think the last time Bet and Betty's gag played a part in the episode, like really played a part of the episode, was episode 8, where they had the tracking device. But this episode, it was a silly gag, but it worked with the plot, and sometimes Bet and Betty will have those gags that work with the plot, but this one, like, worked with the plot and helped it move forward. It didn't slow down the pacing of the episode, it just helped it, like, move from one scene to the next, because after that, Nikki Webb is recognized in the Riptide Gym and she gets swarmed by fans, and the Rangers approach her and say, come with us, we can help you, come with me if you want to live. They don't say it like that, but they say, hey, we can help you out. And what they do, they call a Grid Battle Force full drive to get her to the hotel and get her away from the swarming fans. And as she's being driven away, Devon goes, wow, I'm kind of glad that we're not famous like that, because if people knew we were Rangers, we wouldn't be able to do anything. We'd be too busy being swarmed by fans if our identities were revealed. And everyone's like, yeah, you're right about that, Devon. I think Devon says it. One of them says it, and they all agree. And that's sort of like the lesson that the Rangers learn. If they know, like, if they find out they get revealed by everyone, they won't be able to do anything because they'll be swarmed by fans and surrounded by people, and they won't be able to get to the bad guys in time. But while that is going on, in the Cyber Dimension, they've got a brand new monster, which is a weird looking monster. He's got like a sombrero on, and he's got weird light maracas. I think he's some sort of like, maybe like Mexican monster in the Sentai, some sort of like weird Ludicolo looking monster, but he's not in the like Power Ranger Beast Morphers. He's got light bulbs or something, but what he does, he redirects their energy back at the Rangers. And the thing with this monster, I feel like this monster was really, really wasted in this episode. I mean, a monster that can send their energy right back at them could have been a really good monster to focus on for an entire episode, but instead it gets destroyed for the plot, for the sake of the villain plot, while they're distracted, and Vargol can set up his brand new device on the TV station tower that's going to move forward into next week's episode, because he doesn't really say what it does. He just says, haha, this is my devious device, the Rangers are doomed. I'm glad that he's not spelling it out what the device can do, but this monster seemed really cool, but it was just wasted. But oh well, stuff happens. So the Rangers defeat the Giga Drone and the Robo Drone and save the day, and then it cuts to the important stuff back at the news station, where Zoe's mum is going to run with the story, but Zoe decides to interview Nikki Webb, and Nikki Webb says, hey, I don't like being pestered by fans. I mean, I love my fans, but sometimes it's a bit of a bother getting from one place to another, and sometimes it can be a bit frustrating. and as Zoe's mum is watching the interview, she has a change of heart and says, hey, if the Rangers were bothered like that, they wouldn't be able to save all of us, so I'm not going to show who the Rangers are, and she snaps the memory card on camera. So after the lesson is learnt to the adults and the Rangers' secrets aren't revealed, we then cut to the Saga Dimension where Vargol is telling Scrozzle to hurry up with the device because once the device is ready, the Rangers and Grid Battle Force are doomed. And that's where the episode ends. So that was Power Ranger Beast Morphers episode 17. Overall, it was a pretty average episode, I want to say. I mean, we're slowly building towards the finale with like 3 episodes left. 18, 19, 20, 3 episodes left. And I know that the finale is going to be a 2-parter. Who knows if they'll air that in an hour special. Who knows what they'll do, but this episode just felt really slow and really fast at the same time, if you know what I mean. Like, it felt like it was going somewhere, but it didn't go somewhere. The villains are slowly planning stuff out. The Ranger stuff felt like filler, just really slow filler, but people learned a lesson in the end. I don't know what this episode was trying to do. It was a fun watch, but I felt like it wasn't that breathtaking as the other episodes we've had so far. Like, this episode felt like the one that slowed me down, and I don't know what to think much of it. Like, maybe I'll enjoy it during a second watch when I binge watch the entire season when it's on Netflix or something. But overall, Power Ranger Beast Morphers episode 17. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good, it was just okay. But anyway guys, that is my thoughts on the episode. Don't let my thoughts on the episode change your opinion on the episode. If you enjoyed it, that's a good thing. If you didn't enjoy it, that's also a good thing. So tell me what you guys thought of the episode in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys around. Peace out.